So to my surprise, one of you guys sent me a video that definitely shocked me. It's called "Who is Konrad Zuse? Meet the man behind the programmable computer." I have a lot of people that send me links to videos they want me to react to in my Discord. If you want to be one of those people, hop in my Discord, send me a link. I'm going to check it out. Yeah, I did not know that Germany had anything to do with the programmable computer at all. So the fact that this is the man to make this thing, allegedly, according to the title, this is going to be a very interesting video. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. We post videos pretty regularly, so I would say subscribing would definitely be a cool thing. You know, we're on the road to 500,000 subscribers. So if you guys haven't already hit that red button, go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and dive nose deep into this thing, though, and check this out and see exactly what we're working with today, guys. Let's not waste any time. Once again, subscribe. Los kids. Tech pioneers number one. Oh my god.
The invention of the computer can be attributed to the work of...
Whoa, pause. Let me make sure my volume's decent. Just making sure you guys can hear it really well too.
...of many brilliant minds and digital pioneers. Yet there's one person who's often overlooked. Konrad Zuse.
Oh my god, is this a computer? It says erste Programm, Bro, this is like pretty much the first programmable computer, but I'm pretty sure that the programmable computer part is cut off from this image. But dude, if that's how big a computer was back in the day, oh my goodness. Dude, that's like a whole, like the size of a, I don't know, like a refrigerator or something. But bigger than that because it's like multiple components.
The German computer scientist who was the first ever to invent a working digital programmable computer.
Wow.
Born in Berlin in 1910, Zuse had trouble choosing which direction to go in life.
He began his study. The first one was machine engineering, boring.
Wow.
Then he went to architecture, boring.
Eventually, Zuse decided to study
we gotta add some spice to this project, man. We can't be out here making boring projects like this. The future depends on my invention. Let's go.
Engineering. It was during his time in university that he began to consider how he might be able to automate calculations that had typically been done manually.
That meant static calculations of the buildings and bridges and towers and so on.
We had to perform big and awful calculations.
This was horrible for him.
Oh, wow.
After his studies, Zuse found work in an airplane factory. He was required to perform structural calculations for manufacturing the aircraft components. Zuse soon grew tired of his factory job, resigning in 1935, less than a year later, to again revisit his earlier notions of automation.
I decided to design and construct calculating machines suited to solve these problems automatically.
Because, I mean, I feel like a lot of people who create inventions like this, or in general, people who are very creative, they have a breaking point at some point in their life. They have a breaking point where they're like, I can't do this lame 9-to-5 job. I need to do something with myself and create something. He had this idea in the back of his mind for a while. So the fact that like he broke out of what he was doing to kind of draw more attention to this, and there are a lot of things that led up. Obviously, it's already let us know how he got here, but it's almost like key points in his life kind of gave him further ideas and kind of allowed him to form a template in his head for what he wanted to do as far as design what we have today, what has evolved into what we have today. But he laid the foundation for it, which is absolutely incredible. Imagine that, because at the time, 1910, the idea of a programmable computer was unfathomable. I mean, people probably weren't even, they were probably trying to come up with something, but maybe not along those lines. He was ahead of his time for sure. Computers, I think, were out. I'm not sure if like when the first like general computer was, but the first programmable computer, apparently this man right here created. And it's insane to see and the mentality and follow the journey of a lot of creatives and how they have drastically changed history. Because imagine, without him, we would have not been where we are now. I mean, we would have probably made some advancements because somebody else probably would have done something a lot different. But the internet and the computer technology as we know it now would not be where it is currently, because the way he did it was definitely revolutionary.
Around that time, Sousa writes in his diary, "For about a year, I have been occupied with the idea of the mechanical brain."
Mechanical brain, man.
In 1937, the idea of a mechanical brain sounded like something out of a science fiction novel.
Literally.
But for Sousa, these futurist notions only inspired him further,
yes,
providing the fuel he needed to build what would one day be the first programmable computer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
But
Let's
the
go.
ambitious pursuits of the German scientists weren't without hardship.
Oh.
He had no money, and he said to his parents, "I need a living room, and I will build a full automatic calculation machine."
Oh my gosh.
Computer was at this time not the name for this. That's a calculating machine.
Oh, they weren't called computers at the time. It was just a calculating machine, as he said. That's interesting. So I wonder if he came up with the term computer, or like if he was the first person to name it that as well, you know, when he came up with his invention. That's very interesting. I had no idea Germany had anything to do with the, you know, the design of the computer or the invention of the computer in the first place. Had no idea. I know y'all invented printers and stuff, but I guess it would make sense with that being said, but computers are a lot more complex, obviously. So I don't know. I thought like somebody random in the world created that idea and then everybody ran with it and added to it and blah, blah, blah. And that's how we have what we have today. But this is crazy. I did not know that. That's really awesome, man. What the heck?
And the parents said yes. And he started with the development of the Z1, the first computer.
There were mechanical computers already available, but you could not do higher level mathematic functions with it. And that's what he wanted to do.
Sousa knew little about the work and progress of other inventors as he worked in isolation.
Wow.
But there was an upside to this. He did things a little differently.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Honestly, that's the key to creating a successful invention. One that's not clouded with the ideas and the standard practice of predecessors before you, right? When you think outside the box, the sky is the limit. Think about the light switch, right? And how that was created. There wasn't an orthodox method that was used to create that idea. I'm pretty sure it was Thomas Edison, if I'm not mistaken, had to step outside of the box and kind of play with the idea of something that had never been done before, right? There's a famous quote, I don't know who said this, but to achieve something you've never had, you need to do something you've never done, right? If no one has ever done whatever it is that hasn't been done yet, and your sights are set to being the first person to do that, then do it. Because historically, it's only drastically advanced our civilization. Human civilization has been able to drastically improve and make a lot of breakthroughs because of inventions like this. I mean, without the computer, we wouldn't have the internet. Without the internet, we wouldn't be able to talk like this. I wouldn't know you guys. Y'all wouldn't know me. Simple. You know, this is insane. And of course, it goes deeper than that. Communication, other types of breakthroughs and stuff like that. I mean, readily available and instantly accessible information that educates people at record time. You know, I feel like there are more children, talking about children on this planet that know way more than adults back in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, possibly even 80s, just simply because there is internet available. They can literally Google whatever and boom, they now know something without having to travel hundreds of miles to a library to read it, read the information. And it's all because we have access to computer technology. We were able to embed computer technology into our phones, into our cars. I mean, all these things. It's kind of a ripple effect. So this is incredible that this is like, I had no idea Germany had anything to do with this, but Konrad Zuse, this is amazing.
Example, the common computer of that time was constructed with rotating mechanical components and performed calculations using the decimal system.
Ooh.
Sousa, on the other hand, used hand-cut metallic plates
30,000 metal sheets.
and chose to work with the binary system, which is the machine language of ones and zeros that almost all modern computers use.
True.
The young inventor successfully created a machine which used Boolean logic and binary floating point numbers to make automatic calculations.
At this time, the name bit were not existing, and so he said, I will build a computer of yes and no.
He called this machine the Z1.
The Z1.
It was built mainly from scrap parts and had a tendency to crash.
Oh, wow.
But it was a spectacular achievement for the then 28-year-old engineer.
28-year-old? Wow.
This is too. It's called math.
Now, you might recall that this was the 1940s, and Sousa was in Germany. And as Sousa was busy working on something that would change technology forever, the world around him was also changing.
World War, of course. But I always get very hopeful when I see things like this, because if he had that idea then with the little amount of resources and available inventions around him at the time, imagine who is brewing right now, who has yet to come up with a crazy idea with all the information we have readily available to us now. Like, we are in the best position right now ever. We can rapidly create medical advances that will change history forever. That's already happened. I think, speaking of the devil, right? We have made a recent breakthrough, and it's insane. There was a woman that was cured completely of HIV for the first time ever in history. Cured completely. I mean, obviously the media outlets aren't talking about that because we have a, global conflict kind of happening right now. But that's insane. And so imagine what's going to happen in the next decade. Like, every year that progresses, right? I get more and more excited for our technological advances, our medical advances. I mean, is it just me, or do you guys feel the same way? Like, do you guys feel excited as far as what is, like, how far we're going to develop in the future? Now, on the flip side of that, the more we advance in those areas, we will also be advancing in others, for instance, weapons. And that is very scary, because as our technology advances, we also would be developing incredibly powerful weaponry that could do terrible, like grave damage, probably take out countries, eventually continents, based on, the advances that we would be making in the future. So that is the dark side of progress and innovation. But ultimately, innovation is designed to make our lives way easier, a lot more stress-free, and, it allows us to have readily available information. And directly, that allows people who have a fascination for inventing things, and, people who are fascinated with, like, pretty much anything, right? But I'm specifically talking about the people that are into inventing new things, like this man here. We can make crazy strides. I mean, Elon Musk has done a lot. He is our generation's Tony Stark currently. But, however, there are several 100,000, probably millions upon millions of people that are probably just kids right now, that are all inventors, that are waiting to be, put into the world with their amazing ideas and stuff like that. So I'm very excited, is what I'm saying. I know that whole rant was me basically saying I'm super excited, and I'm very, hopeful for what the future has in store for all of us, in regards to the benefits of people who have yet to come forward's invention that would possibly change humanity in a more positive or forward-moving direction. This is very cool.
A lot of big inventions happened during the wars. He got funding for the Z3 by the Nazis. This might have helped him.
In 1941, Sousa created the Z3 computer, which was an upgraded version of the Z1. This time, built with relays. The Z3 is considered the first working, electromechanical, programmable, fully automatic digital computer.
Jesus Christ, the Z3.
This was also one of the earliest iterations of the computer as we know it today.
He wanted to invent something that can calculate anything.
That's awesome.
That was brilliant, and that was pioneer work.
Absolutely.
Sousa's world-changing computer was destroyed in a bombing raid on Berlin in 1943.
Oh my God, that sucks.
Almost everything was destroyed.
Even the blueprints, there are only a small amount of photos left from its first works. So, of course, the war had a large influence in his complete life because his pioneer work was lost.
In the later years of the war, Sousa created the world's first high-level programming language. Plancalcul?
Plancalcul. Dude, it's so funny, the narrator, man. He's like, Plancalcul? Plancalcul? Plancalcul.
Calcul.
Plancalcul.
For a long time, the language only existed as an idea. It wasn't until 1975, when its first compiler was developed, that Sousa's code could finally be put to use.
Give my creation!
Is that Willy Wonka? Wait a minute. The actor that played Willy Wonka was in Frankenstein? I know that has nothing to do with this video, but y'all, what the hell? I just learned something new today. That's crazy. Blasphemy.
Plancalcul itself never caught on as a language, but should be seen as a testament to Sousa's innovative mind.
Oh my
He
gosh.
must have been really creative. Open space.
Yes.
Sousa also went on to found his own company, which built more than 800 computers. And he never lost his tinkering spirit.
Oh, wow.
He continued inventing and experimenting until his death in 1995.
When I was born.
Many inventors across a number of countries and fields played a role in creating the computer as we know it. But Konrad Sousa and his success with the Z3 was one of the most important developments.
Pause. Is that Bill Gates? Is that Bill Gates, bruh? This looks like Bill Gates. If that's Bill Gates, I don't know if that's Bill Gates, man. I can't say that if that's Bill Gates or not. Bill Gates. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Bill Gates and Konrad Sousa. Let's check that out. Cause that do look like Bill Gates, bro. No kizzy. Let's go ahead and check that out. Bill Gates. And Konrad Sousa. All right, so let's see if that's them. I'm pretty sure that's Bill Gates. That is Bill Gates. What the freak? Photograph of Konrad Sousa portrait painting as a gift to Bill Gates. What? How old is Bill Gates? Looks old as shit here too. Oh my God. Wow. Well, that's incredible. I did not know that.
Konrad Sousa and his success with the Z3 was one of the most important developments in the history of the modern computer. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was incredible. I did not know any of that. So thank you for sharing that with me. If you guys want to see the link to the original video, it will be in the description. Subscribe to the channel. Obviously, subscribe to this channel as well. I have all my social media down here. I was really bad about not putting my social media on the screen within the last year, so that kind of resulted in me not really growing as much and stuff and da-da-da-da-da. So if you guys want to stay tuned with all these different videos that we're going to be checking out and just little things here and there. I'm teaching myself German behind the scenes. Still doing little apps like Babbel, watching, little German meme compilations, Twitch streamers, YouTubers, things of that nature. If that interests you, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, or subscribe to me on YouTube, obviously. And of course, if you want to see my mental rants, which I rarely do, Twitter. Definitely follow me on Twitter. I'll see you soon. Take care. Let me know what you think, because this, to me, I thought was crazy. I always ask what you guys think because everybody has a different opinion. My opinion is clearly different than you guys's, and I get completely intrigued with different things that you guys probably might not be intrigued with, or maybe you guys might. I don't know. I want to see that in the comments so I can at least know that we're on the same wavelength, and if we're not, then I can obviously be more in tune with that. But that's pretty much it. Love you guys. Take care, and peace.